Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Cal. I've got some Resistance 3 beta footage for you. And, by looking at this gameplay, the first thing you're going to be wondering is, Cal, how did you get the beta? Well, it's pretty simple. Insomniac Games, the developer for the game, they put out just a little kind of notification. I'm not sure if it was a tweet or what it was. I can't remember exactly, but they said, hey, you can just sign up for it, easy. If you get in, it's just easy sign up. You didn't have to do anything. Obviously, people who bought, I think it was SOCOM or something like that, if you bought that, you get first access. It's one of those games, or I think it was Infamous 2. I'm not really sure which one it was. It's one of those two games that just came out, because it was the Uncharted beta and then this beta. So, but yeah, so Resistance 3. So, let me just talk a little bit about my history with Resistance before I get into this gameplay. I played Resistance 1 way back on the PS3 when the system launched. I just bought it for $5.99, and this was the only game, Resistance 1 rather, was the only game on the system. The system had no games. It was terrible, and that was the only game. And actually, that was basically the game that kept me going. This is before Call of Duty 4. This is like, taking it back before, Call of Duty was the king. Halo, Gears, and I guess on PS3 Resistance was, that was the game. So I played Resistance 1 quite a bit, and it was a really fun game. It had a lot of balance. They supported the game post-launch and all that good stuff, and it was a really, really fun game. And now we're at the point with Resistance 3, and actually the second game in the franchise I had the beta for as well, and I played it, and then the full game came out, and I was even able to play that. But that game was an utter failure. They went in the complete opposite direction of where Resistance 1 was. They tried to change too many things, and they ruined the game. And this was not what was supposed to go down with this game, because the game had a lot of promise. There were a lot of things in this game that were really cool. Community features, clan support, great stat tracking, party systems. I mean, all of this back in 2006, 2007 was a really big deal. And it's like, you look at some games that have been released since then, and they don't even have those kind of features. So let's talk about the game for a little bit. The game runs pretty much the same, just like any other kind of shooter, except this is more like a sci-fi shooter, so more along the lines of Halo. But it's a mix of sci-fi and military. Because it's ultimately the humans, going to war against the Chimera, trying to stop them. Basically like Gears of War on the Xbox. It's like pretty much the same kind of concept, except this is first person, Gears third. But the HUD is really nice in this game. That's one of the first things I noticed playing the beta. The HUD is really, really nice. I love all this, the way everything is set up. And they have good color palettes on it too, so a lot of it stands out. I can notice it right away. I can spot it pretty easily. Pretty cool. The guns are pretty nice. Right now I'm using the Marksman, which is ultimately the battle rifle clone that they ripped off of Halo, and they put it in the second game. And then this is another version of it. Pretty much the same thing, except that you don't have this scope that I have right here. By default, I had to unlock this. And I don't know, I'm kind of surprised, actually. The game is actually pretty good. It's a solid game. And obviously, Sony's games, when it comes to exclusives, they're always on dedicated servers, so this game, there's never going to be lag, and then that's always a plus. You look at like games like Gears, when they finally put dedicated in, what happens? The game is like perfect. And this game, it's really sad that, I really don't see this game selling very well. I don't see people really playing this game, because they have done two things that are, is really like going to kill the game. They have the reputation of the second game, where people don't consider Resistance to be that shooter anymore. When you think about exclusives, people think about Killzone, even though that game sucks. No one thinks about Resistance anymore, so that's one thing that really hurt them. And then the fact that in the third game, Sony is now doing what a lot of other people are doing, a lot of other companies rather, which is including the online pass for these games. So when you buy Resistance, you're going to have to enter a code, which is going to be in the box. Now, a lot of people are probably going to want to, rent the game, try it out, see how good it is, and then they're not going to be able to play it. They're going to have to, buy a pass, and this is always something that hurts sales. You look at a game like Battlefield, well, not hurt sales rather, but hurt the community. That's because if someone, decides they just want to try the game out, Gamefly, whatever, they might like it, but a lot of people might not even be able to experience the multiplayer. A lot of people just don't like that idea of having to, pay the $10 for the pass. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like Battlefield 3 is going to have it, and I actually had no intention of buying Battlefield 3 brand new, because, there's already so many games coming out that I'm trying to get, and I was going to try to, get Battlefield pretty cheap. you know, used or something like that. Now I'm gonna have to buy a pass for it, which is really stupid because I really don't know how much I'm gonna be playing that game online. I will play it a decent amount, but once Modern Warfare 3 drops, my priorities obviously will switch to that. But you know, nevertheless, there's a lot of games coming out this fall, and if you own a PS3, I really, you know, there's really no reason why you shouldn't get this game. Honestly, it's a really solid game. I mean, the graphics are really good; they're not bad. It does look dated at some, you know, in certain aspects, but for the most part, it still holds up pretty well. There's no lag, and this is a really awesome game right here. Like, this is a team deathmatch game. I'm not sure what map it's on. There's only 2 maps, I think, in the beta. This is a 27 kill team deathmatch, and team deathmatch in this beta works kind of like it goes in 2 rounds, and I didn't even realize this, so I only recorded the second round. But the first round, I'm not really sure how I did. But I think my final score, I had over 40 kills after the end of the second round. I'm not really sure, but this is a 27-8. I'm using the marksman, and you know, they have the same kind of kill streak loadout system. When I get 3 kills, I unlock the cloaking ability. You see me cloaking right now. Then when you get 6 kills, any of you guys that are familiar with Resistance will know that there was a gun in the franchise called the AUG, or sorry, the AUG. Wow, this is not Call of Duty, but it's called the Auger, and basically you can shoot through walls with it. It was a pretty cool weapon. And that weapon was always really powerful, and I guess they didn't want to have it available to everyone, so how they put it, they made it now that it's a kill streak. You have to get a 6 kill streak before you can unlock it, and once you get the Auger, it's pretty much, that thing is a beast. See through walls, everything like that. You set up shields, and I get a nice double kill right there for the headshot. But you know, the game has a lot of promise. You know, I don't think a lot of people are going to play it, and it's really unfortunate because, you know, on PS3, I mean, most people I know just play Call of Duty strictly, and the guys that, you know, are playing, like the hardcore guys that are playing other games, they really wouldn't really, you know, look into playing this game. So it's really unfortunate. I don't see this game selling 2 million copies. It's not going to happen. It's not going to hold up in comparison to Gears. Gears is probably going to sell to close to 10 million. Obviously, it's not going to hold up to Battlefield or Modern Warfare 3 or any of those games. But, you know, it's still a great game. It really just, you know, it's going to come down to how well Insomniac supports the game. I don't know what they have planned for post-launch. Hopefully they keep updating the game, because this is really what keeps it fresh. You know, Resistance 1 was updated, you know, heavily, and you know, the game also has really nice, you know, stat tracking. It's always had great, you know, great rewards and things like that. Just things to keep you playing, just looking through all your stats, going through all the details. It's always made it a lot more fun. And there's a similar kind of perk system and different things you can put on. It's really, really cool. You unlock, you know, you can upgrade your weapons basically on a point system as you level up. And I just leveled up a little while ago, like a couple seconds ago, I think. And then you unlock skill points as you level up. Take those skill points and you can put them on, you know, on different weapons and things like that, buying you, you know, perks and all that stuff. It's you know, it's a really, really good game. So, you know, let me know if you guys like this. I'll try to post some more Resistance. I'm already level 10. I think the highest you can get is level 20. And I've only played this game maybe for like an hour and a half at best. I played it this morning before I left for work. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I also, you know, one thing though, it took a while to get a match going for some reason. I don't know, I would keep searching and it would just give me rooms where I'm the only one in there, and that was really annoying. But the game has promise. You know, there's some real cool features. And you know, I get a 6 kill streak right there. I get the Auger. I'm not really sure if there's a kill streak higher than 6. I assume there is. I assume they're running on the same 3 kill streaks like COD 4 and, you know, all those other games. It's kind of like how Crysis 2 did it, kind of, you know, their versions of it. But yeah, so this is the Auger right now. I actually didn't get any kills with it because the game was almost over and I just get picked off somewhere. But because the scope is really weird, you know, but you can see through walls and stuff. It's pretty cool gun. Not really sure how much I'd really be using it if I were to actually play the game. I guess it depends on the map, because you have to basically get people at a distance. You know, I played another game where it was like that. But yeah, guys, the final score is 27-8. Give the video a like rating if you enjoyed it and you want to see some more Resistance. This is Cal. I will talk to you guys later.